All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Denanu, and I'm here with my homie, Jolly.
Yep. So,
And we're going to do a reaction video to The Last of Us Part 2, the new trailer that dropped earlier today. And we may give our thoughts and opinions on what we see. So, let me hit this play button here. And see this video. Why they trying to do the whole PlayStation line like it's just saying fuck you to
I was
Xbox?
thinking that,
That's exactly
dog.
what that
I
is.
was thinking
Like
that.
this is a PlayStation exclusive. Fuck you, Xbox.
What Xbox got right now? Nothing.
I know you wish.
Unpaid bills, like they just in debt.
I wish things were different. Ellie!
Yeah, old man Joel.
They ain't.
Damn, yo.
Please stop.
No, they don't.
Well, we know where that came from. Oh, damn, she got them Batman scars.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
I think the whole world probably got scars.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
Is that his brother? I think that's his. That's Joel's brother from the first game.
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want,
Getting her Clementine on.
but not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
No, Glenn, don't leave. We know what happens to you.
I have to finish it.
Okay.
Ooh,
There's a cost.
that shotgun blast.
Why they trying to play it like a movie trailer, like a serious revenge movie or something?
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Okay, it's kind of weird.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well.
Looks good, but it's no Red Dead though.
Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
Not in my
Last of
game.
Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our kiss from last night?
However,
4, bitch. No.
this
I've had
peace
better.
is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful,
So they're gonna have
but feel
multiple
as grounded
states?
and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
That's pretty cool.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely.
Okay, I like that.
The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them. However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and
Got
the fall
dogs
of the
now?
quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF.
Waffle.
The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser, a girl.
This part was in the leaks.
What, that one specific part or just the gameplay?
On the other side of this bloody
That one
conflict is a
specific
group
part.
of religious zealots
Gameplay
called
too.
Okay.
the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts
this was the
that
first
they bear
trailer, wasn't
across
it?
their faces.
The one everybody was uncomfortable with?
Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
Ooh. Clip her wings?
But beyond this conflict among survivors,
Broke
the
arms.
threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected.
Okay. Big, rough, super strong armored guy.
They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game.
That's kind of new.
The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack.
That's new
Surprising the
too.
victims with
Okay.
extreme agility.
Oh yeah, you gonna hate this when you play it.
The Last of Us Part 2
Hell yeah.
introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustule.
That's
Upon getting
nasty.
close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected
reminds me of the bloaters,
will
though.
have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
Okay.
Let me get some
Overcoming these
giant,
threats
like,
will require careful
creature.
consideration
Okay.
of how you
I was wondering why the
approach
video
every
just went black
combat
there for a sec,
encounter
but
and how you leverage Ellie's
guess that
unique
was part of their
skills,
video.
equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Yeah, this part was in
WLF patrol
the
the streets of Seattle with guard
in the
dogs,
leaks.
which are capable of
Okay.
detecting and following you, even while in cover.
think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
25
That's
years
going to
after
add a
the
dimension
pandemic
to the
began,
combat.
The world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can
Analog
discover
stealth.
you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or
if you wanna
areas
make
to
tons of
evade
noise.
or take on your enemies.
I was hoping
In
she
any
would
given
dive through the
combat
glass.
situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth
Action
to
dodge.
regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to
It's
counter.
probably not going to be that serious in
You
this
can use
game.
throwable items or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow.
I love how she took the machete
Using
though.
them as a shield to protect
Yeah.
yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
That means maybe they have some kind of like durability system where you can take the weapon and use it a couple times, like in the first one.
Bruh,
Ellie isn't always
shift
alone on
that
her
chick.
journey.
Yeah, she
Allies
did.
will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies,
Allies.
and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Man, they better have good AI. As long as they don't do the fight for you, you know, that's kind of cheap, but they can't be useless either.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other.
That's cool. Subterfuge.
Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
That's what's up. I like that. Usually in most games, it's like you have both enemy types there, and they all just look at you and attack you. But that's cool.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients.
Okay, so they're bringing
These
that
skills
back.
and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the
Wonder if
choices
they're
you
gonna
make will
tweak the
create your
crafting
own
system.
distinct experience. We
They're
also
probably gonna
wanted to
give you a lot
extend
more
that
stuff.
agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system.
Yeah,
Scavenge for parts to modify
yeah. It looks like
and
it's
improve your
looks like they
weapons'
tweaked it a little
performance
bit, but
and
it's pretty much
attributes,
the same system from
all of
part
which are
one.
visualized and become part of your character.
They didn't show none of this of putting it on the gun, though. I don't think.
In Elite they did.
Shoot, maybe everything in that article was true then. Noisemaker grenade, I remember those.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the
Smoke
environment,
grenade, okay.
which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
Proximity mines. I think that wasn't in the first one.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
They had nail bombs, smoke bombs, and Molotovs.
Oh, that picture on the wall, though. Rambo
All of
time.
these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey.
Fireflies are back.
As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2.
That's the
We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
that was the transgender that they was hanging
Until
up.
then, here's an extended sequence
okay.
of never before seen gameplay. Enjoy.
Let's see what this gameplay looks like.
Okay. Alligator comes out. Wow, game over. I will say this. They're talking about new Naughty Dog engine and stuff. They did this exact same treatment to Uncharted 4.
Well, I gave it a new engine versus the third game, or the same trailer treatment, like how they did the trailer.
This is like the same Uncharted 4 engine.
Okay.
And then like the traversing and all that stuff, all that was in Uncharted 4.
Okay. That's new. They didn't have a whole lot of underwater parts in part 1. I know one thing I'm glad I'm not seeing. They don't have no no rafts that you gotta build or push to get across water and stuff.
I bet not see a game where the main protagonist can't swim. You know, if there's water, they're gonna have. Oh well, they didn't show it.
What, like underwater clickers and stuff?
I was thinking about it.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up.
Product placement.
You know a girl named Nora?
Sure.
A PSP.
Where is she?
R.I.P. the PSP.
They're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Ooh, yes. That's right. Get it. Choke on it.
For some reason, I thought she was gonna make it, but she was gonna let her go too.
Yeah. I mean, Ellie's not like a murderer. Pick up that PSP.
Right? Pick that shit up. I wonder if you could pick up the PSP and actually play the game that's on it. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be cool if they did that. I mean, I doubt it, but then again, in Metal Gear, they had the iPods where you could put your own music on it, so.
Just saying.
Yeah, just
you can sit exactly where she was and start playing the game.
Or maybe like there's hub areas, or you can play it in the downtime when you're going from one area of the game to the other.
That would be dope.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier makes these shifts so much easier.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in this they said it was, what, 25 years after the virus broke out? Why isn't this tall grass like the size of those trees right there?
Well, this is a few years after the first one, so I don't know if it's 25 years.
Well, it's not 25 years after part 1, but I'm saying it's 25 years since the virus broke out. So nobody's cutting this grass. No way. So wouldn't it be a lot taller?
It would be. Well, weeds only grow a certain height, and then they start seeding, and then that's when they stop.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. And that Coke bottle suppressor is only going to be able to be used once. Okay.
Just like the shiv. Wait, does she still have it? You know what? She has a switchblade. That's not a shiv.
Well, yeah. I thought it kind of looked like a screwdriver though, when she had in her hand. But yeah, she had a switchblade that she put in her pocket.
So I'm thinking maybe the shiv is no longer a thing. Because I don't see it.
Oh, you mean the breakable shiv that they had in like part 1? I'm hoping it's not.
Why, you like that?
No, I said I'm hoping it's not in the game. I mean, it got redundant after a while because you had to fight people and stuff like that. So.
And keep trying to find it.
Ah, damn! Why they gotta make the dog noises though? That made me uncomfortable.
I know.
I mean, I don't mind it, but like, I don't like when animals are in pain.
That's like the only thing that's gonna really get me is that when I play this game, I'm gonna be shooting dogs, and I'm a dog person. Like,
yeah, me too.
Can I just kill a cat? You know what I mean? Can you
fuck those feline bats?
You know
those
fuck them cats, man.
Yeah, those assholes.
Shit. Hey, Naughty Dog, can you make a mod where like people are walking around with cats and we can kill the cats?
Yeah, like they got Naughty Dog. That's like their company name. Come on now, like come on, they should know better,
right?
I guess Naughty
Ooh.
Cat just has a different sound to it.
Whole different meaning. Naughty pussy.
I do like the gun sounds though. They definitely beefed up the sound. Uh-oh.
Dog.
Domed them.
That's so clean, bro.
Up, who shot me? I don't know. Bob, where'd you get her from?
Shit! Look out! Move over here!
Oh, she messed up that smoke bomb.
Drop her now, crook! Asshole!
Ooh.
Bro, them kidney shots.
Stabs. Should have did it prison style and kept going.
I found her!
Ooh. Home run.
She got that Negan.
Knocked his block off. See, I would have kneecapped her if it was me. Just to fuck with him.
You always kneecap the last person.
That's what you get for trying to get to the door first. Stop trying to rush the video.
You know this person's like headshot, all headshot.
Yeah,
it's gonna look cool.
Messed up that smoke grenade though.
Yeah, sure did. Ran through it. It's like,
yep. Like, you lost your cool factor. Minus 10 points.
all right, guys, run it back.
Oh,
look how those
bugs.
approaches.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What did it say? The care you need is something?
Yeah, that's all I read of it before it moved. Some kind of hospital or maybe a retirement home?
That you, Nora?
Metal Gear Solid time.
Yep.
What's that song? Let me see something. Hold on.
Boo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo.
It's Ice Cube.
Yep.
Tell us where she went.
So today was a good day?
Yep.
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora,
That was my jam back in the day.
I'm not going down for her, man.
I love how video games have you walking through vents like it don't make no noise whatsoever. Knowing that shit goes doom, doom, doom.
The vents are like super big. You can fit a whole person inside of there.
Yeah. And you'd be like, what the fuck is that sound?
Who's in that vent up there?
Right? I don't hear anything, guys.
Put that shit down.
Who's she supposed to be?
You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
Okay. No, she about to get shot. Alright, guess that's it.
You remember me? Yeah, you remember me.
Get that throat treatment. That was the best part of it. You know, best part that I seen in that.
What?
When the Asian chick got stabbed in the throat. That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I love that part. I'm all about that life when I play the game.
I think my favorite part was the dude that got blasted back with the shotgun. It's like that was so visceral. That and the home run, that was dope. So I'm hoping that because it's like the running animation leads into the attack animation, that's like how heavy the swing would be. Man,
So
from what I've seen,
So what you think?
I feel like playing it even more now.
Well,
Like, regardless of what I've seen already, right? I've seen some of the leaks. I didn't look at all of it, but I seen a good bit that most people are talking about. There's other things I didn't really care to see, like they showed multiplayer and stuff like that. I didn't care about that stuff because I feel like games like this, multiplayer never lasts. Because Uncharted multiplayer was fun for the first month, but I didn't get back on it again. Gameplay reminds me heavily of Uncharted 4. Heavily. When she was shooting at the back of the truck, That's literally, I want to say that's literally almost the same animation from a cutscene or from a scene that you have to actually shoot people in the truck with I think he had a gun or a machine gun or some shit like that. But I remember that was like the same animation where the truck would like drive up forward and then move to the right. I remember that animation somewhere.
Okay.
So when they're talking about this whole new Naughty Dog engine and stuff like that, I know that since they made Uncharted 4 with the same engine, I'm going to be seeing a lot of the same stuff. So the stealth to me was the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that was different is in Uncharted, there's no like, prone.
Going prone, yeah.
No going prone. And I will say that the AI is probably going to be on point, at least on point to the fact that it won't be detectable.
Well,
like in certain AI games, like the AI is detectable.
Yeah.
I think in this one, it's going to be just like the first one where she can literally run in front of a clicker and the clicker won't do anything, because it's meant to be that way.
Yeah, I'm hoping they at least tweak it so where like I hope they make it work on proximity, where like if you're close to it and it walks in front of them, then maybe it don't trigger it. But if you're far away and they kind of pop out or get somewhere or be seen, then I wouldn't mind if the clicker looked in that direction because they saw the AI companion. I mean,
But see, like at that point, I feel like that's what let's say they program like that. I feel like that would be one of the key things that would be frustrating.
Yeah.
Because what if you wanted to go a certain route and this AI kept choosing the exact same route? Yeah. It happened in Uncharted 4 where I was going up like this little cliffside and Nathan's brother, like I was hanging on the edge. This dude ran up, got in front of somebody and then ran back. And I'm like, the fuck are you doing? It's like, did he not just see him? He literally just was like right next to him. I'm like, you could have just pushed him off the cliff or something if you're gonna get that close. Why you come back? So I think that's like kind of like the building of the engine is because at that point, like you don't want to get limited by what the AI is gonna do and what you want to do. And then the swimming was the same. I remember like dipping under the water in Uncharted. Yes, I feel like it's a lot of the same animations too. It just feels like Uncharted 4 to me with clickers, which I'm okay with that. Because I love the series, I really do want to see how the crafting is going to be. I want to see the different game modes, how that's going to be.
Well, what different game modes do they got? I mean, I assume it's just story and then oh, okay, I get you. Okay.
Higher difficulty is what was it? I remember like with higher difficulty, they take away some of the items.
Grounded or something, whatever it's called, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Where it's basically like if you put it on easier difficulty, the game won't necessarily be easier. It's just that
it gave you more health, gave you more items to use to make the combat easier. I get you.
Finding items around won't be as easy. I actually like that idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still rather have a harder difficulty because I know normally I play games on hard anyway. So it's like if they don't have a hard difficulty, if I don't want the game to be normal for everybody, that's kind of sucks in my opinion. Because half the time normal in games is easy nowadays. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see if they added any features of like the difficulties.
Yeah.
At all, like unless it's the exact same one. Now, from what I saw, I feel like it's going to be a good story. I actually don't remember that black chick. I don't know who that is unless it was in the DLC.
I don't remember her either. I mean, honestly, I think it's one of those things based on what the trailer was showing. I think that her group that she's with, that she's all happy with, I think they probably get attacked by another group. And maybe that black chick's group was a part of that group. And they have a scuffle. She probably, they see each other or something. They try to kill Ellie or whatever. And that's what she means by like, hey, remember me? And that's why she was so pissed at him. I think it's going to be something like that. I mean, I don't know, but it's just, that's what I got out of it when I seen it. So. Because why would Ellie be pissed going after people if everything was still hunky dory? So I think that's like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game when everything's all happy, and then something happens and it ruins that happiness. Maybe people attack, maybe her group gets wiped out, Joel gets killed, and then that's what kicks off her on that revenge kick.
But see, in the DLC, it was her and her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I thought she was black in the DLC though. Like it was a black chick that she was messing with. Yeah. She ended up dying. Like, didn't she end up dying or something like that?
I think she was sick, or maybe got the spore thing or something. I think she died towards the end of it. I could be wrong. I haven't played it since the game came out.
Well, I read something about like how the girlfriend was pregnant and she was supposed to take care of her, and she ended up dying or something like that. But unless that has something to do with it, like where the game kind of picks up where that left off, and then the stuff with Joel and all that other stuff. But I don't know. You know, from the stuff that I've seen in the spoilers, I feel like those spoilers really didn't spoil anything other than the fact that we know what happens to Joel. You know, but like that's a given.
Expected. Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, I feel like what was released was basically what they were going to do here, was gameplay footage and stuff like that. It was just like very small, like little short snippets of like story and stuff. But
well, I guess the end game stuff is probably what they didn't want to get out there. Like with the Act 3 stuff, maybe they didn't want things to be spoiled.
Yeah, but seeing the transgender like strung up, I actually want to see what that's about, like how that kind of takes place, because it looks like it wasn't she. What I don't know what the person is identifying as, but it looked like it was a enemy or something like that. That's why they would string her up. But I kind of want to see what that's about, unless like that's the part that you take over and play as them.
Maybe, but I don't know. It could be. I mean, maybe that is when that happens, but looks like she was getting stabbed. Like not because it looks like it makes like it's gonna slice, but she puts the knife directly to her abdomen, like she's gonna poke. And
yeah.
So maybe that's like, something related to femininity or something like that. Maybe, because that was like the womb area. So maybe, something like that. I'm going to stab you here so you can't have kids or something. I don't know.
You could be right about that.
Because it seemed kind of weird, because otherwise if you're going to stab somebody in the stomach, stab them. Why be so graceful with it, So maybe that's, something like that. Or maybe not. Who knows?
I mean, the thing was around her neck. I mean, the rope was around her neck. So I was like, I don't know if you're going to like really restrain somebody and do that. But I'm actually still interested in playing the game.
Yeah, I mean,
still not going to pre-order it, but I will play the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be a good story. I know I'm all about those kind of revenge movies and stuff, so it's right on my alley. I don't know how I'm going to feel at the end of it. I will cuss the game out if it sucks. If it looks good up until like the last act, and then it just suddenly shits the bed, and it ruins the rest of the story. Then I'm going to be upset, but probably not. But we'll see.
See, that's the thing. It's like I love a great story, but if gameplay has me immersed, I can forgive a mediocre story. Yeah.
For me, it's all about the story. Like if the gameplay is fun enough, you don't have to have a story. But if the story is real good and the gameplay just utterly sucks, but if you can make it through it, then the story is still fine. I mean, tons of old school RPGs look like shit and played like shit, but they still had great stories. So,
see, like the reason I say that is because when I was playing, was it Rise of the Tomb Raider? No, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, something like that. The very last Tomb Raider game that came out.
Yeah,
story was good, gameplay sucked, and that story was not good enough to keep me playing through bad gameplay. Where the majority of the gameplay is either going through tombs or scavenging and shooting a few villains here or there just to get to the next cutscene. I couldn't do it. Like there was no like this. I feel like the story is usually the cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
But with Uncharted and The Last of Us, the whole thing is a story.
Yeah.
Even while you're like sneaking around and stuff, you're overhearing conversation and people are talking and you're getting a little bit more of the information. In a game like Tomb Raider, they don't talk. In the first one they did. In the second one they're just around and you just kill them. And it's like, well, I didn't get anything from that.
Yeah. There's no immersion outside of the cutscenes and the story that they give you. I get you.
Yeah. It's an Easter egg hunt, and not in a good way. It's no real like Easter eggs, but it's like you're just
extending the
digging
gameplay.
up treasure.
Extending the gameplay to make it longer.
Yes, extending the gameplay. It was a bunch of filler for a mediocre story.
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I just hope that this one isn't like that. And it from what I see, it looks like it's not.
Yeah,
it looks like it's very similar to the first one. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah. The only thing that I hope they have is like, I want that main menu theme music that they had in part 1. I want to hear that when I hit that start screen in part 2. Like they have to have that little guitar theme, man. Because that theme kind of set the tone in part 1, and it carried it all throughout the game. So I don't want to see a remix. I don't want to see that. It looked like they had a remix one when they had the title screen up in the video, but like give me just like, a similar theme, or if not the same one.
I was hoping for a remix. I'm hoping for like the same kind of guitar riff, but have the overall tone a lot darker than the first one.
Yeah.
Just like skewed a little bit because who's gone. Who's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Shit. Maybe it's
gonna be sad when Joel dies, man. Like it could, because it's gonna happen. Like Joel was like that. Joel was that man. He was the manly man. You knew. Like from when you first played him and he was talking with his daughter to like the end of the game, like he was that dude that at least in my game you ain't fuck with him because he'll punch you to death and then shoot you.
Man, he was ruthless.
Yeah, I still remember in part 1 you had that cutscene where he was like, "Tell me what I want to know, or I'll pop your damn kneecap off." I was like, "What?"
Also, big props to Ashley Johnson though, because that acting.
Who's that? The other girl in the picture there?
No, Ashley Johnson is the one that plays Ellie.
Oh yeah.
And I know like all this is motion capped, so all those different facial features and the expressions, just hearing her. She's an amazing voice actress, amazing. And like that last scene, that was good. Like when you see, and it's so funny is that like with actors, and I maybe this like touches me in a special place.
Oh, because you are an actor?
Yeah. Yeah. And I used to watch a lot of Critical Role. And only reason I stopped because like the videos were so long and it was like difficult for me to catch up. I was watching that stuff for like 6 months every day straight.
Damn.
Multiple videos because it was like 4-hour videos every video. And it's like, dude, how many more videos I got? 300 to go? Oh, I can't right now. And watching her interact with everyone, she's just like this so nice, gentle person. And then hearing that kind of stuff come out.
Yeah. When actors can do that and be super believable and not, it's like they can turn one thing off and turn another thing on, and it's amazing. That's when you have those actors, and then you have other people who are actors, but it's like they can't act. So that's the difference. Yeah.
Yeah. See, what me and my coach had pretty much came up with was the analogy of you have the people who act, and then you have the people who are, like they become that and not act it, It's like when I see stuff like that, when I hear that kind of voice acting, when I see that kind of movement, it's like goals, man. I aspire to be that great or better. You know what I mean? So yeah, big props to that, because that's what makes or breaks these kind of games for me. Yeah. If the acting isn't there, if everything doesn't resonate right, I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah. When everything is firing on all cylinders, as they say, it can raise the experience tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, and you have to keep it there too. Like if your game is AAA quality and it's good, like Last of Us Part 1, they kept that tone, they kept that experience all throughout the game. So when it ended, you knew what kind, you knew whether you loved it or not. And that's the reason probably why everybody loved it. You can't have that kind of experience and then, let's say, halfway through, drop the ball. Because then it's going to ruin the rest of the game, or it's going to ruin, what you get out of it. So, I mean, this one, like, if this one is even half as good as part 1, it's going to be fine. I mean, outside of whether you like the story they try to tell or not, because that's going to make or break some people, especially in today's cancel culture and all of that bullshit.
So, like, comment, subscribe. Will you be playing the game when it comes out? Will you buy it day one, or would you wait to see what the masses have to say?
Yeah,
you can leave that in the comments below.
Yep, and don't pre-order. Just wait until the game comes out, then buy it. Don't give them no more money until you're sure the game's worth it, even if you want to play it.
Unless it comes with like one of those little figurines and shit, because those figurines are pretty dope. Even though you can probably find it on Amazon somewhere. Just saying.
All right, fellas. And if you have any other, video trailers, movie reviews, online articles or topics that you want to see us cover, also let us know down in the comments below. My name is Denanu, and this is my homie Jolly. And if you want to plug your channel in there.
Oh, yeah, Jolly Dangerous. Yep, you can just search for Jolly Dangerous or Jolly D currently. The Jolly Mage is my old channel, so you can find it there.
All right, cool. I guess we'll see you guys later. Deuces.